What's up, friends? It's Tess from WanderWealthy.com, your virtual money coach, and today I'm going to share with you how to money plan for 2019. I have 5 major steps and then a subset of steps, which is my 7-step game plan that I'm going to share with you in this video. And if you're as excited as I am, hit the thumbs up button, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. All right, so 2019 is almost here, and if you're feeling the way most people are feeling, you've spent a lot of your money lately and you're trying to figure out, all right, how do I go into 2019 dealing with what I did to myself at the end of 2018 and go forward from here? So step number 1 is to face the damage. The biggest thing that people fail to do when it comes to their money is look at their money. Pull up the bank statements, pull up the credit card statements. If you went into debt, what does your debt look like? If you don't know, you can't make wise decisions for yourself or your financial future. So even if it's going to be a super painful situation, you have to face the damage. If there's no damage, good for you. Regardless of where you're sitting, we're gonna get started right there. Pull up everything, get a good look at what it all looks like, and we'll move on to the next step. Step number 2 is something to do not only just for 2019 or for 1-year planning, but it's something that we should all do at any given point in time in our life, and that is make a lifetime goals list. This could take you 2 minutes, this could take you 2 years. Just start creating a list of all the things you really would love to achieve in your life, and most likely they have some sort of financial component tied in. So just create that list. Sit down, whether that's 5 things on the list or there's 100 things on the list, start jotting them down. Set aside an hour of your time, turn on some nice music, pour yourself a glass of wine or water, and just make that list. If you have a partner, bring them into this process. Actually, they should be into step number 1 as well. Step number 3 is to prioritize this list from 1 being most important to infinity. However many numbers you have on this list, prioritize them. Again, if you have a partner, this is a really important time to communicate about what your combined goals are, and if you have any individual financial goals. This will also help you decide how you want to manage your finances as a partnership going forward. Step number 4 is to pick 1 to 2 things on that list and stop. Just pick 1 to 2 things and decide that this is the 1 or 2 things you're going to focus on for the first quarter of 2019. This is another thing that really trips people up when they're setting out to create a strategy and start achieving their goals, is they don't prioritize and choose which goals they're going to pursue at a specific period of time. We all know that the jack of all trades is a master of none. So decide that you're going to be the surgeon, the expert, the whatever you want to fill in the blank with of these 1 to 2 specific goals, and focus on those and hit them hard with your big actions. Step number 5 is to make a game plan. So now you know what 1 to 2 goals you want to focus on for the first quarter of 2019. Now you need to start making a plan so that you can start achieving those goals. They don't have to be goals that are achievable within that first quarter, but you need to know what exactly you're going to do during Q1 so that you can start building on the momentum you'll gain after Q1. All right, now we're going to go into a subset of this master list, and I'm going to share with you my 7-step game plan. Step number 1, now that you know which goals you're going to be pursuing, figure out what sort of knowledge you might be lacking in the pursuit of that goal. If it's a financial goal, maybe you're lacking some financial knowledge of how to invest or which bank accounts you want to be saving into for the achievement of this goal. Whatever it is, figure out what you're lacking and then seek out that knowledge via books, blogs, YouTube channels, or maybe online courses, or hiring someone to help you out. Step number 2, set a timeline for just consuming this information. The shorter amount of time you can get through the consumption phase, the more amount of time and the earlier you get to start on the action taking phase. Try to only consume from 1 teacher at a time so you can really hone in on learning and perfecting their craft. Step number 3, once the consumption phase is over, it's time to immediately implement. So decide you're not going to be learning anymore, you're gonna stop with the consumption, and you're gonna start going into taking action, which takes us to step number 4. From all this knowledge you've gained, start to create a massive action list of all the things you need to get done in order to pursue this goal. This is going to be a huge list, and you might not be able to do all of these actions in Q1, but this is goal specific. So what are all the actions you need to take for this specific one or the 2 goals? Keep the list separate, but make the lists long and very action oriented for each of your goals. And that takes us to step number 5, to prioritize those actions. We're going to start prioritizing what actions you need to take in consecutive order. This will then help you know what you can reasonably achieve in the first quarter of 2019 and what you might eventually get to. If you can get to them earlier, that's even better. Now that you know which actions you need to do in priority order, we're going to go into step number 6, which is to schedule those actions and the results you want from taking those actions. So literally sit down at your computer or with your planner, whatever type of pen and paper or digital device you use to schedule your calendar of events, and put in place when and what you're going to be working on in pursuit of this goal. So if you're trying to get out of debt, first action might be to pull all of the debt forward and get a realistic look of what all of your debt looks like. Step number 2 might be to create a plan of how you're going to tackle this debt, whether you're going to do the snowball method or the avalanche method. The third step might be finding room in your budget. So maybe that's, you gotta set a budget first, who knows, but finding room in your budget to put a little extra money towards the principal on that debt. The next step might be to pick up a side hustle or pick up extra hours at your work. And any additional money you're gonna make, you're going to put all of that towards the principal on your debt, and so on and so forth. Whatever goal you have set out for yourself, you can create very specific, very detailed, action-packed lists, prioritize that list, and then schedule that list in your calendar. And step number 7 of the 7-step game plan is to go. It's time. Start putting the pedal to the metal, take action, and if you're sitting here before 2019 has even began, what a perfect time to get started, am I right? So all of these steps, the kind of main list and then the subset of my 7-step action plan, all of these will help you achieve those goals that you're setting out for yourself in 2019. Get over the holiday spending hangover and really start the year off super strong on the best foot you could possibly put forward. So I hope it helps. If you want to further discuss how to plan your financials for 2019 or any other goals you might have, then come to the Wealthy Wanderers private Facebook community. Go to wanderwealthy.com/FB to learn how to get started, and we hope to see you there. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you liked this video, and subscribe if you're new so you can hang around for a new video every single week. And until next time, I hope you wander wealthy.